plans always seem to change in my days as I get further into the video making business. Hello everybody, my name is the Hoodman Brandon, and welcome to the review of Final Space Season 2 as a whole. Yes, that is right, I decided instead of making a review of the episode after the one I reviewed a few weeks ago, I think it was actually like 2 months ago now that I think about it, but yeah, let's review the whole season, and let's have some fun with this, because Final Space is by far one of my favorite shows of just in all time at the moment, and, well, I'm eager for Season 3 personally, but that's not what we're here for. We're not here to discuss what's going to happen. We're here to discuss the season as a whole. But first, let's start with a short explanation about Season 1 and just what happened in Season 2, and obviously, as per my previous videos and this, there is a spoiler warning. Now, Season 2 starts a small bit after Season 1, probably around, 5 minutes, it's or less, I don't know, or maybe even at the exact same time. Gary is rescued by a scavenger ship picking up wreckage from the battle. Hugh, the AI that was in Gary's helmet, gets a body that's completely useless except in certain situations. And the ship takes them to Clarence, that punk from episode 2 of season 1, and his two children who are much better characters, Fox and Ash. As well as little Kato, who was already there for some reason. We don't know how he was picked up by Clarence, but hey, maybe they'll explain it in the future. Probably not. Oh yeah, and Kevin's back. Yay. They do a race to collect an item for Clarence. They are almost killed until Mooncake and Nightfall, all fresh off the Lord Commander's ship, saves them. They claim this weird item that's a cube, I forgot what its name was, and find out it is one of the 5-dimensional keys they need to free the Titan Bolo, and get to Final Space to rescue Quinn, who is stuck there, even though I have no idea how she possibly could survive that freaking bomb exploding. Seriously, I don't know how that's possible, but apparently it is. Now that we got the basics of the plot, let's talk about the major stuff. Starting with characters, and how their characters are post-Season 1 and during Season 2. Gary is much more serious, like the last few episodes of Season 1, except he's more or less this all the time while still keeping his personality. Now, that's something I really like, because a lot of people apparently found him annoying before, but that's kind of the point of character development. They start off as annoying, they then grow, they learn, they become better characters. And he kept his goofy personality, which makes him a better character. Now, little Kato, voiced by one of my favorite actors, he got way more character development. Even a few episodes that basically resolved around him, but unfortunately, there's just one problem with said episodes. The episode where he was basically stuck in a coma, sort of 60 years by himself, but he went crazy and was thinking that a bunch of them were still with him. Yeah, he remembered all of that, but didn't talk about it with anybody else afterwards. Yeah. It really should have been talked. And the same there's still some conversations that also need to be talked about, including with Nightfall, who kills the Lord Commander, literally at the beginning of the freaking season, and knows who this Titan Overlord is, Invictus. She knows because she mentioned it in the beginning. But she doesn't mention it to Gary or them at all. I mean, come on, seriously. And, well, but nope, she decides to remain silent. Fox, one of the new characters. No backstory yet. There's some hints here and there about him running from his past, but, yeah, other than that, there's really nothing. We know that he was adopted sometime before Ash was, but that's about it. Now, as for Ash, who personally is my favorite new character of this whole season, her backstory is awesome. Her interactions with little Kato are just funny and adorable. Well, and she has this power that's so cool, and plays so many major roles in the season that it just overall makes her character really good. And I'm eager, and with the ending in mind, I'm really eager to see what happens with her character going forward. Sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird, I'm trying to do this as quickly because I'm running out of time as is. But her power is kind of difficult to explain, whether it's exploding people's heads, blasting things, levitating things, flight, it's just overall basically psychic powers. And let's see. All the other heroes are pretty much the same, except for Tribor, who quickly made his way up to my list of top 5 Final Space characters. He stays in a sort of serious state. He is still the leader of Resistance and still kind of the goofy guy he is, but he was able to fight. And he was able to fight well. He helped Gary out during certain moments, and he just overall was good as a character in this season. And I'm kind of hoping they keep this way, but you never know. Let's see. Now let's talk over a few other things about the characters. The new AI, Ava. She's kind of sassy in a way, kind of strange, but her interactions with Hugh are pretty interesting, and I recommend. And those two are pretty much my 4th favorite duo in the show. Another thing I'll have to do. Mooncake developed a new power to actually heal the rips in space, which, hey, that's great. If the Lord Commander somehow comes back, which he very well might, takes Mooncake again, well, then Mooncake can fix it all up as long as his power doesn't get drained again. But we don't know. Okay, let's go over some of the villains. And by villains, I mean, like, only 3 people, because any other little small villains are temporarily and exist for nothing other than just being like, oh, hey, I'm an episodic villain. This one's probably not even much of a villain. He barely even qualifies. Todd H. Watson, or whatever the heck you want to call him. He runs this Teletubby rip-off space station that was supposed to make people go to their happy place, but then it turns out to be a power plant that drains the happiness out of people as a battery, and then he casts the bodies off into space. It's where they found Tribor after the events of Season 1, surviving all this time because he's a very joyful person. We all can agree on that. Yeah, he's kind of annoying, though. He blames Gary for his family, quote-unquote, dying when the Earth was taken, only because he saw a transmission. And that's just not cool. He tried, man. He tried. Alright, but now let's get to a good villain of this season. And the quote-unquote villain thing is still kind of up for this one. Cheryl. I don't know what her last name was. She is Gary's mother, which I'm surprised her role was kind of big this season, but hey. She wants to get the dimensional keys to give to an enemy Titan, whose name I also forgot, sorry about that, in order to save her husband. I'm not sure if they even qualified as that. She wanted to take information from Gary's dad, John Goodspeed, but later falls in love with him, has Gary. John finds out that she was a spy, and he just tells her to leave. She blames Gary for that, had her husband betrayed her or left her, but in all reality, it's her own damn fault. It's just like that. She's still a better character, though. She later joins Gary's side after some stuff was shown to her about what she can still what she lost when she ran out instead of, staying, which I don't even know if John Goodspeed would have allowed her to stay with them, but hey, you never know, I guess. That just shows that anything can happen. I mean, Nightfall knows alternate timelines, so for all we know, Cheryl Goodspeed could have been with them in that, I don't know. Let's see. And that's about it for characters, but let's go over some story arcs now, because, oh my god, I'm 9.5 minutes in already. Holy crap, this is a long one. Story arcs. This season had a lot of stories, and I mean a lot, one of which I reviewed already. Wink, 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 wink. But we're going to go over a few good ones. Gary's main goal was to free Quinn from Final Space, and, well, more on that in a bit, because that's kind of a heavy subject I want to get more into. Little Kato had a bunch of stuff going on, though. After the events of the time travel episode, and I'm going to review that, I'm not going to talk about that much more again, Invictus possessed Gary whenever he went to try to use this magic pool to see Quinn. He does, as far as we know, don't know how she's alive still. But then, and Little Kato and Avocado, who gained his memories back, by the way, good for him, they had to fight off Gary, who was possessed by Invictus. Later then, and Invictus thought Avocado was a better vessel, took over him, and after a few shots to Gary and Avocado, Avocado was taken by Invictus, Gary is left injured, and that's when the episode ended. But, yeah, Little Kato's goal was to save his father from Invictus. Now let's go to the other ones. Trior. He wants to rebuild the Resistance, and he does. Did it do? Okay, enough joking, but seriously though, Tribor's little storyline is mostly him rebuilding the Resistance up for the final battle before they went to go free Bolo. And honestly, that was cool, but it didn't really serve much other purpose other than that. But that's it for Tribor. Hugh and Ava have a bit of a romance arc going on, but, that's not really that's only hinted a few times before the second to last episode. And I'm not even sure if Ava is even still powered because of the events of the final episode, but that's another thing I'll have to go over. Mooncake gained his powers back about halfway through the season. We discover the creators of the Titans, the Arachnids, I believe they're called, or Arachnitics, I don't really know how to pronounce that. They made the Titans before Invictus poisoned their minds, except for Bolo, who's apparently the cool one. Can agree on that. Let's see. Sorry, I have a lot of notes here. This is a long-ass review. Ash's storyline is wanting to save her sister, and that's 3 episodes into the season. Yes, already we have Ash trying to save her sister, but unfortunately it was too late. She was already eaten by the snake god, and her mind was gone. Ash thought that was the reason why she was given these powers, but in reality it was not. But after the events, Nightfall decides to just guide her towards the right path, which honestly is Gary, because let's be honest, Gary is the hero of them all, so they'll follow him to the ends of the earth. Or space, I guess. Alright, sorry, I'm running out of breath. There's a lot going on, and I still have a lot of notes to go through. Let's see, Nightfall, nope, this is Cheryl's stuff. Cheryl's still angry at Gary, and she actually joins with Todd H. Watson to try to get the dimensional keys, and actually convinced Clarence to betray them, which honestly I was not surprised at all. After Cheryl then betrayed Clarence, and he begged Gary to take him back, but they didn't. Clarence tried to kill Fox, and he took all the dimensional keys and gave them to Cheryl. Yeah, she had 4 of them at this time now, and now he was on her way to the next one. They abandoned Clarence, and I hope for good, because that guy can go die in a fire, and I hate him. Sorry, just when I have to choose between Kevin's annoyance and Clarence's annoyance, you can already guess which one I'd rather be. But that's that. Todd H. Watson's storyline, utterly pointless. Not even joking, seriously. His storyline is awful. It was pointless. He was only in a handful of episodes, only one of them was only to reveal why Cheryl left Gary's dad and him. Which honestly, that's kind of weird considering I'm pretty sure they were both at John's funeral, but I don't know. But yeah, that's that. But there was a cool fight though as a result to Cheryl joining Todd H. Watson, and that was Cheryl versus Nightfall. Both super badass women who have high-tech devices and can just kick all the ass. Simple. Yep. Unfortunately, though, so Cheryl wins that fight until he does the whole sneak throw, and boom. But that's all for the story arcs. Now let's talk about the big thing. The ending. And believe me, this was a heavy one. Not as heavy as Season 1's, because, well, we kind of had a feeling this was the case, because they weren't going to leave us extremely sad and confused like last time. Now we're just extremely confused. This season has been full of good scenes, character moments, and stories, as I have said, Ed. But the ending will never be as good as Season 1. Well, not good is relative. Intense is more like it. But let's go ahead and just talk about it. The crew makes it to inner space again. Somehow Gary doesn't destroy them twice. Nice. Don't know how. Unfortunately, in addition to the 5-dimensional keys, there must be a sacrifice. A sacrifice to become the 6th key that Mooncake has to blast all of them at once to free Bolo. But who would make the sacrifice? If only they kept Clarence around, they could have sacrificed him and everything would have been happy. Then again, he'd somehow survive, I bet. But while they were debating on who, Nightfall volunteers, Gary denies it. Then Invictus-possessed Avocado jumps out, tackles Gary onto Bolo's prison. The crew, minus Mooncake and Nightfall, go down there, including Cheryl, who is now switched sides fully to Gary's. They fight against Avocado. Unfortunately, he is able to take down every single one of them. Even Ash was not able to do much as of the moment. Unfortunately, though, Nightfall took this chance to free Bolo. She had Mooncake fire the blast, hitting her. Everyone sees this. Ash freaks out, unleashes her true power, hits Avocado, blasting Invictus out of him. Invictus is no longer possessing him, and Nightfall is gone forever. Bolo is free. The crew heads to final space with the help of the Arachnus Hicks, and Gary and Quinn reunite in a hug while Invictus is in the background watching them. And that is how Final Space Season 2 ends. We know nothing else about this except the hints of Season 3. And that is all that's happened, and now to talk about my final thoughts. I love this season. I personally loved it almost more than Season 1. I probably love them equal now that I think about it, because, well, they kept the character development. They kept most of the characters. They brought back the best character, Avocado. And while Nightfall will never return, and that's sad, they still have all these characters, and I'm hoping... This is the thing I'm worried about. Quinn was in Final Space for a long time. A long time. And that's not good. Because Nightfall said that no human can survive in Final Space for very long. And, well, sorry, I've been talking for a while. And while Invictus has been in that dimension, we don't know if Invictus possessed Quinn or inserted something or did anything to her. I don't trust this. I want them to be happy, but I really don't trust it. I love the season, though. I am eager for more, especially since Ash is now motivated from Nightfall's sacrifice. She holds on to her helmet as they enter the dimension, and that makes me feel like there's going to be some major stuff going on. Possibly some stuff involving Quinn and her, because Quinn is past Nightfall, basically. But that's enough for that. Avocado is back. I'm happy about that. Maybe we'll get more team-ups between him, Little Kato, and Gary. They're going to have a little awkward conversation about how Gary adopted Little Kato, probably. I don't know. I was hoping for... I've been kind of downgraded on conversations this season. Hopefully they fix that. I'm talking a bit fast now because this video is almost 20 minutes long and I am tired. It's going to take forever for me to edit this, but... Overall, I give the season a 9 out of 10. It was really good, really fun. They abandoned Clarence, which already made me happier. They brought Avocado back. Overall, they've set up some major... Owen Rogers has set up some major stuff, and the hints for Season 3 is basically confirmed. And Adult Swim or TBS, whoever's in charge of this, I'm pretty sure it's TBS, you would be fools to cancel this show. this has formed a fan base, if not by now. We have all these characters. We need to know how their story ends just all the way through. Because I've seen instances where shows have been canceled and I've had no conclusion, and it has been sad. And while this is sort of going from a review to a rant on why it should continue, I'm just hoping they continue it. And that is the end of my review. Holy crap, I am tired. I just talked for about 20 minutes straight, and my throat is dry. I have very enjoyed. I'm eager to make more of these, but I also don't want to make super long season rants anymore, because, oh my god, that was exhausting. I'm probably not going to make another one of these for another 2 weeks overall, because writing the scripts for these takes a long time. I have to plan things out, and I also have to work on my own stuff, but anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. And have a happy week, because this is a Monday video. Anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye.